I'll allow when I fuck up. Johnny doesn't fuck up that often, but I fucked up the worst of us. We got an interview with the Offspring, and they did 2 interviews in Australia. Like a big rock radio station. And us. We got there and I forgot the camera.
Oh no.
And we definitely don't live an hour and a half away.
Hey Noodles, sorry? Yeah.
We were thinking about it.
We did talk about that. I was like, we can't do a shitty iPhone interview.
With the Offspring.
Yeah, but you probably could have made it look sick in post.
Thankfully, they were playing 2 nights in a row. So he was like,
Noodles was like, just come back tomorrow.
Sick.
yeah, it
At
worked.
least he was cool about it, not like, you fucking blow it.
Oh no, he made me feel guilty in the interview. He was like, you're the guy that forgot, right?
That's sick.
He remembered that last time they came back.
Having said that, the next time we did the interview, Johnny's like, so you guys got a new album coming out? I was like, it came out a month ago, mate. Do the fucking homework.
That's awesome.
Anyway, the point is, we're not here to talk about the Offspring. We're here to talk about Stray. And I hear you guys have got a new album coming out as well.
We're rolling?
Oh yeah, we're always rolling.
So that's going to be in there?
Yep, if you want it. Yeah, I'm happy to call myself
You're
out.
going to carry yourself a little bit? Fuck it.
People see me put shit on him. They don't see me get the shit put on me enough. So I fucked up.
Wait, so you need to get shit on more? And
yeah,
not Johnny?
100%.
Yeah.
He's the laughing stock of the channel.
How did you tell them that you forgot the camera?
Through a text, did you have Noodles saved in your phone?
Dude, I would have been like, oh, my mom fell off a cliff and died on impact. I'll be here tomorrow, though. Like, I'm not...
We were having
never
dinner with
telling them I
a
forgot
PR
the camera.
beforehand.
Wait, what'd you say?
We were with like the PR agent, shout out Janine, beforehand.
I know Janine. Shout out
Janine, she's amazing.
Yeah,
and
she's a
we were
legend.
with her, and I was like, Johnny, do you want to grab the camera? He's like, no. I was like, I'll grab it from the car. So I went to the car, and I was like, yeah, I brought the lights, but not the camera. The camera was literally sitting in the studio from like the day before, like on the tripod.
What was the feeling when you realized you forgot it? You were just like sinking, like.
I'm glad it was me and not him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you would have unleashed on me.
Yeah, you had one job.
There was one time I played on 2 hockey teams, and one team I was the goalie, and one team I played forward. And one time I showed up to the team that I played goalie at with my forward gear. Oof. And that was the dumbest I've ever felt in my life, literally. And so I put on my player gear and still played goalie. We lost 4-1. I was fucking crazy. I was playing sick. And I just made me
That
think
sounds terrifying.
it was pretty scary, but I was like, I have to kill myself now because of the shame.
I would rather die than not do
I felt
this.
dumber in my life.
You know what? That's a great question. We're going to steal that moving forward. Dumbest you've ever felt.
I was just thinking about this too because I was talking to our tour manager, and we were just talking about how it's like I'm good at like 3 things, really. Otherwise, like I've been capable. The 3 things I'm good at, I'm good at, right? And beyond that, like we did Euro festivals, and I went to go do my laundry at a laundromat in Saarbrücken, Germany, and I stood there and I just stared, and I was like, what the fuck do I do? I've been able to like get like pull insane things off of like, you know, just like whatever you got to get the show on the road. But that I was just like, what do I do? I felt so dumb.
I have a coin, and now what do I do?
No, it wasn't like that. There was a machine. It was also in a bunch of
it's in
different
German
languages.
too, and
it
like,
was just crazy. But I was just like,
no offense to Europe, but you don't have the washer dryer thing down.
No.
You don't.
no, they blew it.
In your defense, though, I feel the same every time I go to Japan and I open up to have a look at the washing machine, and I'm like, I understand 0.
Just start doing it in the bidet.
You just ask it nicely, and it'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Man knows what it's doing. Wash, please.
It's really polite.
Yeah. All right, dumbest thing you've ever done.
We can't talk about it. Can we talk about it?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, can I talk
It's the last tour. You can't get
You know
canceled.
the dumbest thing
I think this is borderline awesome.
Can I talk about?
I think it's awesome.
Before you were actually officially in the
I
band.
was just telling North that I was too really.
Can I tell this story? You know what story? You know what story I'm talking about?
It's gonna be pulling a knife out,
Yeah, that one was funny.
And it's gonna be-
Same tour.
taking acid.
Yeah. So Neck.
Go on.
I don't even think Neck was an official member,
Okay.
but
Kinda.
you were like we were talking. I mean, I don't know, or maybe you were, and it was like your first or second tour.
It was like
this
third
guy
tour, yeah.
drops acid
So sick.
before we played.
So sick.
And he plays like a song or 2 and then trips out and leaves.
Oh, it just left.
Yeah.
At one point,
ripped
I looked
through, like,
over
2
and there
songs
was
of this
we had a bass player,
Yeah.
and then I noticed like, well, something sounds weird,
not quite as heavy right
and
now.
I look over and there's just a bass leaning against the cab, and I went, "What is going on?"
Mind you, I am playing like this is sick, and then my arm just stopped working. I went, that's not good.
I wanna know
looked
what you were
out
saying
and
at
I
the
didn't see people anymore.
Oh man.
Yeah, what did you see?
I don't know, but it was
I walked up. He was
was
in
like
the.
goblins
He
or
was in
something.
the. He was in the parking lot, and Drew was with him. And I walked up, and I was just like, I was literally gonna hit him, and I literally was walking, and Drew's just like, just leave.
Arthur.
And I was like, you fucking bastard. And he's like, my arms don't work.
at the end of the night, Drew had me wrapped up in a blanket.
Blanket.
Like,
No,
you
sleeping
see,
bag.
Like,
In a sleeping
you
bag.
had him covered.
And then
It was
honestly,
one of the
what-
greatest moments of my life.
And then honestly, we were going to kick him out the next morning, and we literally sat down on couches, literally looked just like this, and we're like, "So what do you have to say?" And he goes, "Yeah, you guys should kick me out." And we went, "Fuck, I didn't know he was gonna say that."
He called that bluff.
Well, we weren't gonna kick him out. We were just like, "So what do you have to say?" And he was just like, "You guys should kick me out. I fucked up." And I was like, "All right, hold on a second." We were like, "Fuck, should we keep this dude?" Would have been the biggest mistake. We would have fucking.
He lost his arms last night, man. Like, we
Well,
can't
he
kick him out of the
thought he
bed.
did. He thought he did, but that was funny. That was funny.
That was
Same tour.
love it.
We were children.
Same tour.
Yeah, we were children.
Got hammered drunk in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and some guy was giving Drew shit for some reason outside.
No,
No,
our
he
friend.
was a Scottish dude giving lower than Atlantis shit inside the
It
bar.
was our
Oh,
friend
no,
Sean
Drew
from
ended up
Atlanta.
in his face, and then he wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's not leaving. I'm
Yeah.
gone. I'm like drinking Jack Daniels all night. I barely drink anymore. But he would not leave. Drew pushes him. The guy's phone falls into a
This was when iPhone just came out too.
Yeah. Ooh. And then he gets close to me, and I just pull out a switchblade and put it in his face. And I said,
Hold
"Do you
on
wanna
a second.
die?"
Time out. This is not how it happened. I know it because I'll never
What am I
forget it.
missing?
You were like out of the picture, and what happened was it was me, Dan, our drummer before Craig, and our friend Sean from Atlanta, and this guy walks over and just starts talking shit to our friend Sean. He's like, "You look like shit. You look like," and we were just like, "What is this guy?" And then he's like, "Yeah, you look ugly as fuck." He was saying it to our friend, and then Dan, our drummer, was like, "Hey, bro, take a walk." And then he goes, "You look ugly too." And he was just like, "All right, fuck you," right? Then Drew pushes him. And then he falls down, and his phone falls in the sewer. That happened, and then the commotion.
Straight-edge guy
Then the
remembers it.
commotion starts to happen, and then Neck still not anywhere to find, and it starts to pick up a little bit, and then Neck comes into the frame with a knife and goes, "Do you want to die tonight?" And we all went, "Dude, whoa!" Everyone was like, "Bro, what?"
I swear to you, it was like
It
you
was
heard
insane.
the noise.
Yeah.
Like you heard it.
We were like, "What do you think? We were in trouble?" It was like 1 verse 15, and he pulled a knife out.
And he was calling us ugly.
Yeah, versus one guy.
I'm gonna pull him knife on him.
The next
literally
day,
attempted murder.
The next day, I was like, "Yo,
Statute
you got that
limitation.
knife?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Let me see it." I took it. And I just
Terminated.
fucking threw it in the car.
No, not for you.
Because how old were you at this point? This is like,
was like 22.
You were like 19, bro. This was 15 years ago. You're 35, or you're 34. You were 19.
Yeah, that's insane.
Awesome.
Moron.
wild.
Yeah,
Neck,
sick though.
Yeah.
not dumb. Great moments.
He loved it.
You're up.
I've been thinking about this. I do dumb shit every day. Like I do. Like I'm trying to like think of what's the
We talked
dumbest
about it
thing.
the other day. It's kind of collective, but the hippos.
Oh,
The Hippos.
The
that was-
That's an
really
actual
dumb.
serious dumb thing.
Yeah, but okay. I mean,
That was like we could
That's
fucking die.
that's as a group,
Yeah,
which I think.
it's collective. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, one that stands out, we got pulled over because we had a flat tire in New Orleans, leaving New Orleans once, and I thought I was so hammered drunk. This is when I drank. I thought I was getting arrested again, so I came out of the van
Okay,
with my
love that.
flip-flops in my hands, just like I surrender. But really, they were just changing a fucking tire, and like the police were just there with lights. That's definitely a dumb moment. The Hippos, though, is pretty
Yeah,
fucking
hippos.
crazy.
We went to Africa.
Okay, so this is actual hippos. Cool. I was like,
Brother,
Surrounded
we went
by-
to Africa, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to go see some hippos?" And we're like, "Sure." That means get into a canoe operated by fishermen,
Yeah.
and taking us out onto a massive lake to see like 30 hippos. and like they're from like me to you, and
It's
we're
not-
in a
no, it's
canoe,
not a good idea.
And we're
Remember
seeing
the
them,
guy
and
was
they're-
like, you want to get closer? You're like, nope, that's
we're
good.
like, we're good. We are good. And they're like, oh, the motor's broken. We're all just saving ourselves. Like, this is the dumbest thing we've ever done. And then they brought us to an island within the lake. And they're like, oh, we'll go see some giraffes and shit. And we're like, okay. We get out of this boat, the canoe, and we get on this island. We start walking up the hill, and they're like, give us some money or we're leaving you here. And we're like,
There's like bones of hyenas.
yeah, we're like, at this
it
point,
looked
we're
like
not
Lion
like
King.
mad. We're just like, we should have thought. We're like, who's got money? I was like, I think I got like $20. Like we just start pulling money together. Like, is this good? And they're like, yeah, get back in the boat. So we didn't even see the giraffes. We just get back in the boat, and they just take it back. And then like a month after we went home, Craig saw an article that the same boat killed like a whole family. Like,
fucking
from
way.
Hippos. Yeah.
You could have been that family.
We should
it probably should have been.
It was fucking.
Damn.
It was fucking stupid. It was the
Hippos
dumbest thing
is
ever.
terrifying.
It was
It was
awesome.
fucking
One
insane.
of the most murderous animals on this planet.
Have you ever seen I don't know how to say a skinless hippo? Like just the muscle?
No.
You know, they're like, look, hella fat. That's all muscle.
It's all muscle. Yeah, you can't.
Those things are.
Like a dinosaur.
It's an actual dinosaur.
They're the deadliest animal in the world.
Yeah,
I think.
100%.
They kill so aggressive. Mosquitoes kill more humans. Mosquitoes the number one, but hippo kills the most mammal. It kills most people.
Yeah, we did take a bunch of shots for mosquitoes before we went down there too.
Smart move. They'll get you. Every
Slept
time.
in nets and stuff. Like,
It was
crazy.
wild.
Johnny, what are you doing there, mate? You couldn't figure out how to put it in the chat?
Well, no, because he didn't have a mic, so when he was telling his
Hey,
story,
hey, we're
production
shit-
value,
I'm
brother.
We're shitting on you, Nate.
I'm used to having the mic all the time.
These will pick up. It's very good. You just
So sick.
You just hold in a little thing here.
It was discreet until you pointed it out.
appreciate you.
Yeah, well, I just,
All right, now, this kind of brings me to a question, which is a semi-serious question. All these stories and shit, all these stories, man, like, you would have never, ever had these fucking crazy stories if it wasn't for the band.
Nope.
Like, last album, last tours.
The shit we've done. and
Talking about
seen,
this sort of
yeah.
stuff now, does it kind of like bring back a lot of that for you and sort of be like, fuck, this is the end of this, but this is crazy what we've done.
I think it certifies the feeling almost, because we were telling stories to Orthodox the other day. That, like, again, we're old people now. Like, well, when we started touring, we used to do this because like we were talking about how we used to steal from McDonald's to like eat. You know, what I mean, we used to take showers in hotels' pools with just a bar of soap.
Just
go in the
show
pool.
up to a hotel like after an overnight drive, just pull up, park, and go and eat the continental breakfast like we got a room there, and then just leave.
And then leave, yeah. We had to do that to survive, and we were fucking just like stupid kids. Like that was just normal. And like, but we were telling those stories to them, and I was just like, that was so long ago. It was so long ago. It was 16, 17, 18 years ago.
So long ago that like to get to the show, we had a binder with the MapQuest pages just already mapped out, previously printed. Like they were like, this is before we could we would see GPSs in like a Best Buy, be like, oh, we can't wait till we can afford one.
I
That
mean,
was
dude,
all
like
fucking right here.
before we put like Villains out, like, I mean, even Villains, we paid for that ourselves. We recorded it, mixed and mastered it in 48 hours, 72 hours, sleeping in February in the van in Massachusetts. It was fucking freezing.
Didn't bring blankets and had to go to a Target and buy the
Spider-Man
children's
blankets,
Superman
children's
blankets
Superman,
to keep
like
us warm.
superheroes.
good choice.
So
That's all we
like
could
we
afford,
did
but-
that, and like we did that, and like we made Villains on our own, and then got signed with that, but before that, like I booked our tours on fucking MySpace and shit, like, and we would literally, fucking show up to people's houses and stuff. It was just crazy, and I'm just like, that was so long ago, and it's just like I've personally thinking about it. I'm just like, I've been in this band for 24 years, since I was 14. I was one of the five that started it. Mm-hmm. It was me and four other guys, and we kept the name. Drew joined in 2005, so Drew's been in it for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And then when Drew joined is when it, we made Villains, we got signed, we had a booking agent, started doing all that stuff. Neck joined in 2009.
11.
Yeah, right after Making History. So
First time I toured with you.
was 2009.
Right, you filled in as
Yeah.
a guitarist. before
Yeah,
you
and then
actually
so
in the
you
band.
joined in 2011. Mm-hmm. So you're in it for 14 years, and then Craig joined in 2016. And, you know, so Craig is 9 years.
All the stories though,
been there for that
like
long.
back to your question, like all the stories, like even for example, like we just announced our last New York show, and a dude, our friend Jamie from like the DC area, like who started coming to shows, like showing up when like nobody did, you know what I mean? And like there's a whole group of people from like south of us that like have been diehard and like just basically like family to us, and like him just like posting that he got a ticket to the New York show and that he's gonna come. It's like all of like these stories and these memories and all of those types of people, you like go back and like, man, like that was so long ago. But like there's groups of people within those people that met because of us and are friends forever. There's people that have gotten married because they met through it. You know what I mean? So it's like when you look at it that way and go back, you're like, wow, the impact that this band has had on people in their lives for good is fucking crazy. We're just like four dumb idiots.
Yeah, we
jumping into rivers with hippos. You know what I mean?
we did a Warp Tour a couple weeks ago, and I'll never forget this story. And it was this kid buys a CD and asks us to sign it, and he goes, make it out to Eduardo. And we're like, all right, cool. To Eduardo, and four of us sign it, put it together. Cool, man. And I go, here you go. I was like, thanks for coming, Eduardo. And he goes, oh no, Eduardo's my dad. And I was like, oh. And he goes, he got me into you guys, and he's at work, so he couldn't be here, so I got him the CD from you guys. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, cool. He's like, bye, guys. And this 16, 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid, and I was just like, fuck, that's so crazy.
It's cool.
This
That's
kid,
rad,
we were touring when this kid was born. You know, so yeah. So look, it's cool, and you know, I think. Again, I've been in this band longer than I haven't in my life, and even Drew has, you know, and like he's still been in it for 15 fucking years, and Craig's been in almost 10. You know, like now Craig is the longest tenured drummer in the band, and has done Only Death, Internal, 4 records, and it's like.
Damn, that went quick.
It's went quick.
Right?
That's the thing. It's like we think about like when Craig joined. Like we were talking about it recently because we played Unify Gathering in 2015, and that was Dan's last tour. And
it's also just been go.
we just
Craig
went
is joining the
crazy.
band, so it's all just like
definitely.
you don't even get
One
to fucking
thing.
think about it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so then that's why, like, you know, I think we could just feel that, like, you know, I think our best records by a mile are Euthanasia and Clockworked. And I wouldn't even say this is like a big proponent of it, but it's definitely a piece of my personal thinking, was just like, do I want to find out if we can't top those in 2 years? You know, like, maybe we could, but like I have other things going on in my life, and so do they, and so do Craig, and it's just like, you know, we're getting older, and we've accomplished shit that we never would have thought. I mean, I guess I always thought we could, but I never really thought it would happen, and it's just like we did insane shit. You know?
It's not until you look back at it that you realize how, like, in the time, you're just like, and this thing's happening. And then when you step back and you're like, holy fuck, like, remember that time this crazy thing happened?
Yeah.
But it's not until you're, like, looking back at it.
Dude, we just did the Rockin' Ring, Rockin' Park, which is a festival that I've been trying to get us on for a decade, you know, and we grind Europe to crazy, but it's like Coachella over there for metal festivals. And anyway, we finally get it, and then like we got the times, and we're on a midnight versus Sleep Token, and we're like, God damn it, that's what we did that.
Right.
You saw that? Did you see that fucking thing on the internet? Like me and Craig were there at the airport, and we were just like, God damn it, like, of course, like now we're breaking up, we finally get this, and we check it off the list, and we get fucked like this. We're like, let's just fuck around, like, and we literally made that thing in the airport with him, just like thing, and then whatever, and then even beforehand. You know, we were about to go on, and we were like, still the whole day we're like, we're gonna get decimated, but whatever. Let's just go have some fun. And I remember our content person, Amy. I was just like, and with Craig, I was like, if it's good, when Craig stands up at the end to like say goodbye, if it's good, Craig's gonna look back and give you a face to make the follow up to the video if it's good, and it was good. It was crazy. And like, again, we're playing against the biggest band in the genre, who's playing the main stage with their first appearance with their new record and this insane production, and it's just up there in our stage, and like we played in an arena. It was 10,000 to capacity, and like had one of the best sets of our career.
It's insane to be like,
It's crazy.
there's still 10,000 people, like,
Yeah, and
And that was full Sleep Token. We saw the
and
footage from
it was,
both.
and it was full for them too.
That's so
And-
good that
and
there's
that's
still
what's good, too.
10,000 people
I'm
come
glad
watch.
that we started that we got to experience this like boom of this music, you know?
Yeah.
And like, cause you know, what if we broke up 3 years ago and then it's
Yeah.
just like all these like heavy bands are fucking, you know, doing arena tours and shit like that. Like, and that's what's cool too, is like we played that show and I remember we got off and like some promoter, manager, whatever the fuck was just like, I can't believe you guys had a show like that and then you're gonna call it quits. And I was like, that makes me want to call it quits even more. Cause I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for it to start going down, and then when it starts going down, we're doing whatever we can to get it to come back.
I've seen too many bands and like, you know, friends have that happen to their bands, and like, you know,
Sure,
we'd rather
though,
go
like-
out on a bang and like do it our way and like
On your terms.
it's
It's
punk,
like-
baby. It's punk as fuck.
Burnout, don't
You know?
fade away.
Yeah.
Surely though, like you said, you've been like 20 years, 24 years. There's just so many bands now that are having this resurgence. They had 15 years where not much was going on, and now they're fucking bigger than ever. Is there any part of that goes like, because you guys are bigger than ever already?
Yeah.
Is there any part that goes, oh fuck, like we could get bigger, or is it just not of interest?
I think we're all just content with the fact that we've made the decision and had the conversation about it, and like just knowing internally between the four of us, because obviously, you know, it looks and seems a certain way to people, or people want to understand like, how could you be doing this? But to the four of us, we're like,
Yeah, people
we
aren't
did
in
it.
it.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we did this, and like like Tom said, we all have other shit going on where it's like,
It's not like it's one person being like, fuck you guys.
yeah, we're
And
all
which,
the
which
same.
happens. And
Yeah.
like, you know, do we want to wait for that to happen? Because I've said for years, like even before the pandemic, I'm like, this is the last lineup of this band. I'm not replacing him.
Right.
You know, obviously he's not being replaced. I'm not being replaced. We're not replacing Craig. It's just not happening. Like, so if someone decided to quit, then that's it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This
So it's just-
lineup is straight for the
It's
pack,
straight,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Like
Oh,
we,
yeah,
we've had
it's-
we haven't even had that many. We've had 3 drummers and 3 bass players. Whatever.
But that's not uncommon either.
No, it's not. Like, I
Not-
know,
especially these days.
This world's not easy.
no, it's not. Yeah.
I want to add something to that though. Besides the fact that the music is better than ever, besides the fact that you dudes are tighter than ever, and the shows are better than ever. What about what the band stands for subjectively? Because a band like you guys, whether obviously there's going to be people on the opposite side, people on the four side, people in the middle, people that just like, I just like the fucking riffs, man.
Right.
You guys are probably more relevant in that sense than ever because the world is fucked. Right?
Sure, but
It's always going
You would
to
say that Rage is relevant still. You'd say that Refused is relevant still. Like our records are not going away. You know what I mean? And like, look, it's, you know, everyone jokes about it, like, oh, they'll be back in 3 years, whatever. I personally don't have any desire in that. That my personal feelings could change in 3 years. I don't know, like
But you also
in
don't have to
3,
answer that
5,
tonight.
7 years, if people care,
Yeah.
like it's not off the table. Like we're sitting here right now, like we are, you know, we're still really close. Like this is a bond that like most people on the planet don't experience. So it's like we could want this in 5 years, we could not. You know what I mean? Like it's not off the table. But right now, it's just like
One of us could die and fall off a
when-
cliff and die in impact. You never know.
Exactly.
Don't do it, man.
All I'm saying is just like, you know, these are our final tours ever. Like I don't see a world where we will tour again.
Yeah.
Like whether is it something where we come in and do a festival if they give a fuck, maybe I don't know. Like it's again, I want to not be in a band for a minute. You know what I mean? Like I want to
For sure.
Like I literally
Live life.
again, like imagine like you get out of a relationship with, you know, a partner and then you're gonna jump right back into another relationship. It's like I kind of want to be single for a minute, and it's like I literally have been in this band since I was 14. I'm fucking 38, dude. You know what I mean?
That's a
Like
long time.
I want to
it's
not
long.
miss things, you know,
Yeah.
family things. I want to like be there for the people at home, you know, and like focus on the next chapter for all of us, you know what I mean? And be stoked for everyone, you know, outside of just this, you know.
Like my daughter's gonna be Ghost Spidey for fucking Halloween. I'm gonna be in fucking wherever the fuck. And I'm like, you know what? I will never miss a birthday again because I missed her birthday being on tour with Spirit Box, you know what I mean? Which was amazing, but it was like I missed her 4th birthday, you know? Like we saved it for March 1st. So when I came home and had a party, then she doesn't fucking know what day it is. Like she doesn't know what Tuesday is or Saturday. So like, but
I
now,
get it, man. I
but
get
now
it.
I'm not
You
gonna
know
miss
it.
a Halloween again. I'm not gonna miss a birthday ever again. Like it'll never happen, ever. So that is exciting to me. And what's exciting to me is that our records will be available for until the planet blows up. And so, you know, I know that how much Rage is meant to me, and it's like they've never broken up. They've been around in my life forever. Like they're a massive part of my life. They changed my life, and like they haven't been a band for 25 years. You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever. You refused. You know, Shape of Punk to Come and Songs to Fan the Flames like changed my life. Like those records still mean as much to me when they broke up too.
Also,
you know?
getting to play the same festival as Refused on our way out was like watching them side stage, and then like the dudes in Thrice who like we now know were just there, and I was just like, it was like a full circle moment for me. I was just like, this is crazy. Like I used to listen to both of these bands on a burnt CD in a Walkman in high school, and now we're like
Peers.
peers, and like where we were, like, you know, sometimes you're like we were right where we belonged. You know, like we belonged there, and it was.
Dude,
you
we
know,
fucking
the proof was there.
like I used to watch. We used to watch like Last Resort on MTV, and you know, and then like now like Papa
The dudes
Roach
are coming out
they
to our
listen
show.
to Stray before they go on stage.
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's fucking nuts, dude. You know what I mean? So it's like we've done so many like insane things and cool things. It's like, what are we just gonna keep trying? Like, what if we can't top it? Like, you know, I think we are one of the best bands. I musically, like we're capable of stuff that other bands aren't capable of,
Yeah,
right?
it's annoying that you're breaking up to us.
No, I know. Look, and I'm not even.
We're lucky we're friends.
Here's the
but-
thing. Like that's what kept me going was that because in 2010, our style of music was not popular. In 2014, 15, our style of music really wasn't popular. It was like, you know, MySpacey, like synthy piano, like shit over metalcore stuff, and we just didn't do that. But I knew we were fucking good.
Yeah.
And like even this, like, you know, I just know we're good, man. Like, but sometimes it doesn't matter what I know. Like, it doesn't matter because I'm not paying for our records. You know what I mean? Like it's up to people that buy tickets and buy, you know, the stuff that keeps us going. So like, you know, I still think we are one of the best, and like, we'll see if time will tell if I'm right or not. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it will, man. Like, I think those albums will, and like, this is not, you know, saying as, you know, a fan of the band, but it's just that sort of music, and a music, like a band that has music that is so, you know, technically proficient, because you guys are, like,
Yeah, no.
and I don't think you guys get enough credit for how technically proficient you are.
I think
even-
Craig gets credit. Like Craig,
Yeah,
Craig
Craig
I mean,
does,
even
yeah.
even not
He
though,
gets
like
too much credit.
No,
Fuck that
he
guy.
honestly doesn't.
He's at the gym right
He
now.
honestly doesn't. He honestly doesn't. Like I'll see, like I'll be on TikTok and it'll be like the 10 best drummers in fucking metal or whatever, and I'm just like interested. And I swipe and I don't see him, and they'll just like name some people, and I'm just like, Craig puts these people into a fucking pretzel.
Dude, and
like,
you know what the impressive thing is he there's not many drummers that write drums. He writes
Yeah.
drums, and it's something that I've
Huge
always
part of
admired.
the last 4 albums in the shape of the band, you know, is
where the direction went.
He's not following
No.
your guitar. He's
so
writing
No,
something.
there's times
Because of the drum.
because of him. I mean, Needful Things, like, is literally, he wrote didn't, and I literally just hit open. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but that's the
Just
beauty.
hit open.
That's just the beauty of it, though. It's just like it was, and that was where I think that's why I feel like this is the lineup, because, you know, before Craig joined, like, I wrote most of it, right? But then it just sounds like one person wrote most of it, right? Whereas this one, it was just like you had my like ragey fucking weird convergy kind of shit over his like Meshuggah-y Gojira stuff, and it was like, that's a combination that's really not been done before.
Yeah.
And like, so we like just do weird stuff, and like, and then you put him over it, and it's just like, what is this? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that was the beauty of it, is like, because he could sing over anything we would do. Like, we put the song on Clockwork, Bodies in the Dark, which is like, I don't know, like an industrial-y sounding kind of thing, and it still just sounds like Stray because he's on it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we were able to just kind of push it a little bit as far as like what we used to sound like and what we like. People are like, oh, they're a Rage ripoff band. I'm like, have you heard Chest Candy? You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard Brad Wilk play like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just like, I loved, especially with the like Craig era, not to take away from our era with Dan, because Dan was great too. But like the Craig era stuff, like I thought we were just doing shit that no one's done before and playing, you know, at a really high level, and we were playing amps and we don't have backing tracks. And like, you know, we were making live records that we didn't edit, you know, like I'm just proud of that. And like, you know, and I think we're fucking great, and we'll see how that's it. And then, you know what, it'll either, you said something like, oh, like I think people will care like 5 years from now. Cool. If they do, awesome. And I'm still proud that we get to fucking wear that. And if they don't, oh, whatever. It's fine. You know, maybe they'll talk about us 10 years then, in 20 years. Like, look at Refused fucking broke up playing a basement in Virginia to 30 people. And then they came back and played fucking, you know, show like Coachella and like shows that thousands of people.
They shouldn't have broken up to that.
No, they shouldn't have. I mean, they're one of the best band, the most highly influential bands ever.
Yeah, it's got announced for good
That
things
crosses
here.
all
Yeah,
genres.
so pumped.
In all genres.
Oh, they're doing good things? Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that. What a weird lineup, dude. We were
Dude,
talking
I'm
about it
stoked.
over here. Yeah, it's weird, but we're just like, Newfound Glory, Tool. Like, what?
You know what it is?
that?
It's playing to my dumb sense of liking everything.
Yeah, that's what it looks like though. Is someone Spotify Wrapped of just like, what do I listen to? And it's just like, it's just a bunch of bullshit in a good way. I mean, in a good way.
Like someone's gym day, their driving day.
That's
their
exactly it.
morning
It's my
mix.
entire personality being like, all right, cool, I like all this.
Yeah.
Except for one. We won't talk about that person.
Let me guess. How about if I guess what we talk about?
All
If
right,
I
you can guess.
I gotta look at the lineup.
It's a bad.
It's not someone I hate. It's someone I just don't get why they're on the lineup.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't think they'll pick it.
Yeah, it's
Now I'm pulling it out.
I saw it once and I don't remember.
I can just say it. It's not it because I'd never heard of them. And then Johnny was like, "You'll know this song. You'll know this song." He played me 4 songs. I was like, "I don't know any of these," and he played me the chorus to
Is it
one.
2026?
No,
It's 25?
25, yeah.
So when is it happening?
December
December.
4th, 5th, 6th, something
December.
like
5th, 6th, 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or something. Yeah. If you can pick up, I'll be impressed.
that. He's just looking for what name don't I know?
No, I mean, I know all of them, but you look at it and you don't know who they were. You didn't know who they were? Cobra Starship.
No, I love Cobra Starship.
You would look Cobra Starship. I don't know why I
I was
said
a
that.
massive Midtown fan.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. You got talked about recently because we did, like, I'm the biggest Starting Line fan, we talked about, and I'm so happy they're back. And every time we do it, I'm like, Drew will like this one.
Yeah, bro, the 2 singles.
So fucking good.
So good. I'm so
who?
stoked. The Starting Line. They did the
Those are
record
really
with,
good.
I've
Yeah.
just started, Johnny never
William.
listened to them, and so he's just started listening. He's
They're
like,
my number one, like, drive-through
Drive-through
era
band,
band. Them in the movie life. Like,
Oh, dude, the movie like
Yeah.
is so good.
it was James Rain, the artist.
Yeah.
I
I
never-
don't know who that is.
He's the
James
singer of a big Australian band called Australian Crawl.
Oh,
Australian Crow.
I didn't know that. You didn't explain that.
What's the name of the band?
Australian Crawl.
Australian
Yeah.
Crawl. There you go, like, crawl.
CRAWL. Crawl.
Yeah. It's very niche. It's not very high.
Well, they're
energy,
playing
like-
Australian Crawl song. I would know more. I didn't know him as an
probably will.
individual. Yeah, that makes okay. I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll speak to
I'm
Destroy
sure the
Lines
festival
and
will
let
be-
them know. Nate's okay with it. Yeah, I saw it in the line. I was like, that makes no sense when you said like you got your Newfound Glory and your Tool. I was like, there's just like a straight up rock, Australian rock. Doesn't make. I've got my own mic.
You want this?
He should be
I've
picked
got
up
it
on
covered.
this. And,
Okay.
Got him covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got audio around some. I'll get to the end of this and I wouldn't have hit record.
Don't say that.
That would be so
I
sick.
did. I did, Jack.
Is it on?
It's on.
That would
Yeah.
be so sick if it wasn't on.
The whole thing.
So this has been the best chat. We just do a video of us going, look, the chat was really good, just trust us.
You missed out, yeah. That's a cool thing as well, from our side of things, like last time you guys were here, just to come and hang and like take you to the fish markets and
Yeah.
that's been a really cool thing with this channel, that it's allowed friendships to form that aren't always on camera. And that's been like, I think more important to us than the actual like, we share music and we're like, our whole thing is doing the reactions and sharing stuff. But it's actually being able to like kind of meet the people behind and then share that side of things with other people has been really cool. But also not sharing it's kind of cool sometimes as well. Or just having time to be like, oh,
I mean,
this
the
like,
reactions thing, at this point, I could take or leave. I love checking out new music with my friend.
yeah, I like it.
Dude,
'cause
you know why
say
the
dumb
reaction?
shit.
Here's my thing with the reaction shit. And this ain't about you guys, but now I just saw that people pay these people to like react to theirs. Maybe you guys do this, but
We do this.
okay, cool.
We have small bands that pay for us to do reactions.
Okay.
Okay.
But I saw one where it was so obviously paid for, and this dude was like, "What?" And I'm like, "This sucks."
Yeah, see,
I'm
that's-
sorry. It sucks. I'm not trying to shit on anyone, but I'm just like, it was like a cover, and it was like a metalcore cover of like.
My Sharona?
No, it was Pearl Jam.
What?
Pearl Jam, and I was just like,
You're
dude.
like, this guy.
I was just like, but he's lying, and I'm just like, look, that's just not for me. Like the reaction stuff is maybe one of my favorite things, because like sometimes I will like now I get when we put a song out or like some other band I'm working for, I look at the reaction videos because like there's a lot of people. There's this dude, I think he's from Sweden. You know what I'm talking about? Like nice hair, like
Fucking. He calls himself hardcore. Like orange sort of hair, strawberry blonde hair.
kind of, yeah. He always has like a bluish, like greenish kind of background.
But he like really.
he will just tell you if it
he's a
sucks.
musician, for sure.
Yeah, you know
Maybe,
that
yeah,
problem.
but he's Swedish, whatever. And I'm just like, the reaction stuff is awesome if you react. And like, because I used to do this stuff during the pandemic, I used to stream, and we do this New Music Friday thing, and the Discord would put 20 to 25 songs, and sometimes I'd be like, here's why I hate this, because here, and we were talking about the other day, because like, and it's not a lot of bands' fault, but because I used to do it too. When I was a kid, I would go, holy shit, I'm watching, fill in the blank band that I love, and they're using a 5150. I need to get a 5150. And I went, and I worked at my bagel store profusely until I could buy a 5150. I did. I still have the one that I bought. And so I emulated who I was watching. And now everyone's emulating who they're watching. So like you'll see these bands that just like aren't good yet with like playback rigs and in-ear monitor systems and just like lights and stuff. And I'm just like you need to
Be shitty for a while.
You need to be shitty for a while. We were talking about
It's
us.
too easy to sound great now.
Us and Orthodox we're talking about now, because Orthodox is a perfect example, right? Because like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I was always like, all right, yeah, they're nice kids. Like this band's all right, it's cool. And then they put out a couple records and like, yeah, whatever, cool. And then they put out this new one, and I'm like, this band's awesome. You know what I mean? And it's because they went out there and they toured on their own and played shows to 30, 40 fucking people all over the country and made records that were fine because they were figuring it out. We did the same. I think Rising Sun is dog shit. We were talking about that today. I think Anonymous, we started finding some cool things to do, but overall it's a failure. Then when we did Subliminal, we really started to find it. Still not a great record. What was after Subliminal? Only Death. Then we started over with Craig. I like Only Death Is Real. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. And then we made Internal, and Internal to me was a failure, but we made the best song we've ever wrote, which is Fortune Teller. And we wrote that song in 10 minutes. So like I was like, okay, we're starting to find our groove with Craig. And then we made Euthanasia, to me, where it's like start to finish, it's a masterpiece. Like it's to me, I'm most proud of that. And Clockwork to me is just underneath it because there's like one, maybe 2 tracks where I'm like, these are an A+. You know what I mean?
Are they the same tracks?
I don't know. Fucking mine is You're Not That Guy.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
It's the end of the record for me. That's not.
I really
doesn't match the
I
end of
like
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia. We had, what was the last 2? We had Ladder Work, which to me I was like, that's our best closer.
Is towards the end, right?
Yeah, which to me I like that song. Craig doesn't like that song.
I do like this.
I like the song too, but I like it. I don't love it. Whereas like Ladder Work to me was
I
like,
like the second half of the song more than the first.
so do I, yeah. But Ladder Work was just like, to me, was just like a masterful closing. And then like, I like Life in 4 Chapters, but I like it. You know what I mean? So like to me, there's just a couple, I don't want to call them misses, but like, I was like, we probably could have done better. But I'm like, we fucking nailed it. But like, look at how much we had to suck to get to Euthanasia, in my opinion. And then like, you look at fucking Orthodox, and now it's like, people take them very seriously now after A Door Left Open. And they had to suck to get to that. So going back to these bands where it's just like,
You just have to,
everyone
like-
is so like, they're so fucking, they're just like creating content. and I don't
look
like
at it from
that.
such an optimistic standpoint. Like, I'm the eternal optimist, except for I'm bummed out at him. And it's, I look at it being like, there's people here that like you can discover them through us or wherever it is,
Yeah.
and then watch them get better.
Yeah.
There's bands we've done that we've watched being like, that we discovered on our own, or someone like, before we had a platform, that we were just like, we're doing it because we like music and we like discovering new stuff, and someone would share it with us. And then I've watched them get better and better over like, we've been doing this for 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
Watching them become really good. And if we didn't give them a platform, we probably wouldn't have watched that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the
And that's
day,
really
it doesn't
cool.
really matter what. If we're going, whoa, that was sick, and it wasn't really sick, which we would never do. We're always honest. We do try and see the positive sides of it.
That's why I assumed you didn't do it, because you guys are honest. You know, I watched your stuff where it was just like, you know, you were even reviewing a band that I work for, and I was like, oh, let me see what they say. And it wasn't that it was a negative review, but you guys were like, yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it, you know. And then I was like, they didn't just praise it. Like, I don't want to see.
But for the bands, like back to what you were saying, it's like anything in life that you're gonna try and like do and like master, if you want to say that. But like trusting the process of all of it, the journey of all of it. Like you have to go through it. Like it goes back to our journey of all the dumb shit, like and all the everybody wants to be the thing because it's just what's thrown in everybody's face on the internet or wherever they see it, create content, this. It's like, go fucking just day by day do it. Go city by city, fuck
I
up.
think a huge thing is,
you know what I mean? Like, figure it out.
Yeah, look, it's so sick that the reaction thing has got so big because it's given so many bands a platform. But at the end of the day, something that you have to learn along the way, as I'm sure you guys know, is a little bit of self-awareness. We might not be the channel that's going to get up there and go, oh, you guys are fucking shit. You should, this is shit.
And I don't think you should do that. No, I don't think you should do that.
But if you click on our page and you see there's 110,000 subscribers, they might. Mm-hmm. So you've got to be self-aware to know that, like, these guys could potentially react to us after the new Parkway Drive single and before the new Bad Omen single does our video and our product. It doesn't have to be as good as that because those guys have been doing it for years.
No, and I'm not saying it has to, but it needs to, like, I just want bands to focus on just playing. Let's talk about this. Who are some of the biggest bands right now? You tell me.
Sleep Token.
Okay.
Who else? Are you talking in our scene?
Yeah, right now. Sleep Token, Bad Omens, Spirit Box. Like, cool, let's talk about those three. Knock Loose. Let's talk about those four. Let's talk about Turnstile too. Let's talk about those five. Okay. How long has Spirit Box been around?
5 years.
Nope.
Probably.
In the current format?
No, like
They've been a band for like 10 years. Yeah.
As Spirit
How
Box?
long has Sleep Token been a band?
About 10 years as well. Yeah.
Yeah. How long has Bad Omens been a band?
Yeah.
15 years?
time, yeah.
16, 17 years?
They were around when we
Let's
were
talk
making
about the
our first
1975. How long have they been a band? Fucking, they've been playing together with the same four people for fucking 20, 25 years. Architects, how long have they been a band? Like, listen to me. Like
Long enough that Dan didn't even remember one of their songs.
There you go. Okay, so now is Architects, Spirit Box, Sleep Token, and Bad Omens, like, are they putting out their best music now or 10 years ago?
Now.
Architects just don't ask their fans.
What's that? Yeah, look, I'll tell you this: like the fucking the Earth, the Sky, and all between.
Their best album, by far.
It's to me. I mean, All Our Gods is a metalcore masterpiece.
Yes.
But if we're talking post Tom era, it's not even close. That's their best one. Like, you know, that was their first. Like, I loved For Those That Wish to Exist, the Spaceman Looking Out the Window. In case I butchered that, I love that record too. But it was just like, you know, to me, that was them figuring out, like, you know, getting to the sky, the earth, and all between, right? So, like, but I'm talking about this, like, Architects. Like, we met Architects in America, their first ever U.S. show in Johnson City, Tennessee, in 2007. That's how we met each other. We've been friends ever since then. And, like, they're putting out their best material now. Like, Spirit Box has been a band for 10 years. They're putting out their best material now.
And there was
Bad Omens,
other bands that didn't work before that to get to this.
correct. And
It's all part of that journey.
and
Bad figuring
Omens,
it out.
like, you know, like we met them a long time ago when they were doing a record with Will or Randy.
Bad Omens?
They were doing a record with Will, and they were at the studio and met them briefly, whatever, and they were like not what they are now, and like now they're the best, you know, or biggest, whatever you want to say, and like, you know, so these bands sucked. Not even that these bands suck, but they just they needed to start and then master their craft over a decade. Like we're not talking like name a band that shoots up out of nowhere.
I gotta say in the back of that though. Like we've done Sleep Token since the very first channel. Like I found a video I posted on Instagram in 2017 where I used a Sleep Token song for like one of my workout clips, and I was like, oh, like I've been about that band since before they were big and before they were like good.
Our old drummer before Craig, Dan, like used to listen to that "This like heaven" in the fucking van, and I would be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like
That was a perfect moment.
like but I remember the song.
Wait, are you Vessel?
What's up?
Are you Vessel?
Whatever he does, I don't know. No, I'm just fucking around. But like the band's cool. It's not for me, but I'm a supporter of it. Like it's awesome. I'm happy for them. But like I remember that song vividly because he used to listen to it. Dan hasn't been in this band for 10 years. So like again, like it just I think people need to focus on making music and not making content for TikTok and not making stuff that they will pay you to react to that hopefully gets them to the next thing. Like it's corny, but my phrase is it's better to take the stairs than to take an elevator. Who is a band that just shoots up out of nowhere? Like I don't know any. Like I really don't. Like
Well, you got that President band now, but you know, like
which band?
President.
Oh yeah, but
that's a different sort of
look,
scenario.
I'm not into it. It's not for me. But that guy has put in the work, and he's put it like everyone knows who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who it is because it's UK stuff, so it's like a different world. But apparently, because everyone's like, oh, it's fucking Greg Simpson or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know who that is. But like UK people, they're like, oh, that's like the guy.
Greg Simpson. I love Greg.
So
Good old Greg.
So like he has. It's not like it's some fucking random guy.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know
a
what I
band
mean?
out of nowhere that's blown up.
It's a dude that has like a history of being in a band that did like stadiums and shit. And then I think
My
the
point
guy
with that was the fact that we've done bands that were before they were big and before they had the quality. But I think by showing them early,
Yeah, no, that's
it
a
means
good
that
thing.
people can find them and
Good.
grow with them.
I love it. But it's not even about you guys or content or reactors, whatever. It's about the bands. Like I don't want the bands to be like, let's do this and then pay them and then that will get us here. Where I'm just like, go make a song and then play it for a year and then you'll go, that song isn't great. Let's make a better one. Because that's what we did. That's what Spirit Box did. It's what Sleep Token did. It's what Bad Omens did. It's what Knock Loose did. It's what they all do. You know what I mean? And like to me, that's what I want the bands to focus on. Because to me, like I don't want to even say I was reacting, but I was just like reviewing, I guess, or whatever. But people would just put stuff in. And one of the bands that got put onto me super early was Guilt Trip. And the song was just fine, but I was like, this band's cool. All right, cool. And now look at them. Like the band's taken off. But you know what? Their best material is ahead of them. And it's like, and you know how they're getting good is because they're playing their asses off. They're doing it like, the blue collar way of going and playing shows and like
Doing psycho stuff, like, and doing it in a Sprinter nonetheless. Like
in a
that
Sprinter.
last run they did,
We
they
were
told
just
me.
talking about us.
Yeah.
And our tour manager we've done like a summer festival in Europe in a van is
Hell on earth.
It's one of the hardest things. to
It'll
do.
really make you learn who you really are.
100%. And if you really want to do it, but that stuff makes you tighter as a unit. It makes you tighter as a musical unit, and then you learn about what like the crowd reacts to and stuff like that. And like, oh man, like a part like this would be awesome. And then you know what else you go do when you're at festivals? You go watch other bands, and you get to go watch them, and then you get to be inspired from them, what to do and what not to do. And to me, like again, I never went to school, like I were college or whatever, and like that was college for me. And like that's what I learned to do, and I just want bands to do that. And I know I'm starting to sound like when I was your age, like I used to do
You
that.
also look after bands. You also manage
Correct,
bands.
yeah.
You also take bands on and to an extent have their career in your hands.
100%. So
that's
one
very-
perfect example. One of the bands I manage is Dying Wish, and like I met Dying
Just
Wish.
checking out, great song, by the way.
What's up?
We just checked out the new song.
Respect. How was it?
It's great.
Fucking sick.
Did the check clear? Did you get my wire?
Yeah.
No, but we.
It was really good. We loved it. You should check them out for sure.
That's why we're friends.
We don't charge that much.
No, but going back to them, like they were a regional opener on 6 shows with Stray from the Path Counterparts tour, and they opened the Seattle show at El Corazon, 20, 30 people in the venue by the time they played, and they fucking brought it. And if I watch the video of that set, I guarantee you it sounds awful, and they probably were dog shit, right? But I was like, they're fucking awesome. Like something about it was just like electric to me. And then shortly after, we started working together, and then now the record that they're putting out next month, like, is a record that people will talk about 10 years from now. And it took a 7-inch, a demo, an EP split, 2 full lengths, and then now they're good. You know what I mean? So like, and that's what I want bands to do. So that's a perfect example. And again, so I'm not trying to sound like old guy, but like to me, that's just how it was done. Yeah. And I look back at my own band where it's just like, you know, we made Rising Sun to find out it wasn't good, and then
dog shit.
How do you really feel about it?
I hate it. It was a bad experience making it.
So how many songs from that album will we on the set tonight?
No. Oh, we'd be fucking playing the thing.
Gun to my head, any of those songs, you go, oh, play it. I'm dead within seconds.
You could do the first track. You could do the first track.
I could.
There's like 3 lyrics.
Yeah, but that's only because today I was on the plane and I was watching a fight, and the dude was from Japan, and they were like, and he's from the place of the rising sun, and then I thought about our record, and I went, we are the light that got. I went,
yeah, so you could do that.
Dog shit.
Yeah, it's so bad. But we don't know what we were doing, so we're figuring it out. So that's all.
We needed that to get to where we're at now.
You know what I do love TikTok. Okay, like I think TikTok does magical stuff, right? However, what I don't, it literally does. I mean, look, it blew up Deftones. It blew Deftones up. Like Deftones went like 8 years ago. I saw Deftones play the fucking Fonda in LA. Like that's not a big room. You know what I mean? And now they sold out an arena tour in a day. So it does magical shit. However, I don't like making music for TikTok. I think music that takes off on TikTok is cool, but making music for TikTok is so hollow and just fucking lame to me. And when I see it, like there's these, and then they have million and I'm like, how many tickets do you sell? Do you play shows? Yeah. And then those people are edging out bands like Orthodox. You know, where they're getting these fucking massive opportunities. And you know what Orthodox had to do? They had to go and kick the door down themselves. And they had to go show everyone that it's legit. And they just did that. They did an American tour, sold out most of the shows, you know, in fucking 500 cap clubs. They had to fucking, and that's why I like them, because like, that's what we had to do. You know what I mean? Like,
I was dead yesterday, like obviously with the flights and everything, but I was like, man, playing a show right now, I don't want to do it. And then I watched like Side Stage, like the first 2 songs, and I went, now I want to play.
That's it.
Like they brought the energy, and I was just like,
that's so fucking cool.
And everything I said last night, you know, I was like, this has been a band that I've been pushing to like be on our tours for probably 2 years, and like the fact that we get to do it, and like I'm seeing it, and I'm like, sick.
Really fucking special for them as well.
Yeah,
this is their first international tour shows ever, and like I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that till yesterday. I thought they were like had been to Europe, had been wherever, and they were like, "This is our first show out of North America," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
And it's like literally the furthest
and I'm like,
place away.
And I'm like, and that's because we're taking you. I'm like, that's
sick.
cool.
That was
that's
a big
cool
thing
feeling.
on our way out. I love wrestling, right? So like in wrestling, the whole thing is like, you know, John Cena is about to retire, so John Cena's last match, he should put over a new wrestler that's coming up, right? So for us, we're John Cena in this thing, and like we're passing the torch as much as we can. Like we played our West Coast shows, we put this band Silly Goose on it. I don't know if you know them yet, but a band that's they're coming up. These kids are fucking freaks, bro.
That kid just got arrested.
They got arrested. They played a show. They played Lollapalooza, and then they played a fucking after show at a gas station.
Yeah.
And they asked the gas station. They said yes, and then they start playing on top of their van with a fucking full-on powered PA like playing, and they got arrested. So like these kids are just fucking weird, dude. So like we put them on it. There's this dude Ando-san who plays like, I don't know what the technique is called, but like Tosin Abasi kind of
Genty guitar.
No, it's not Genty, because it's like flamenco like kind of guitar stuff, but it's like Tosin Abasi kind of shit when he raps over it. And I'm like, this dude is fucking sick. So like, dude, check it out. Ando-san, Andosan. Like, guy's crazy. I will. It's fucking awesome. So we put them on that.
It's almost like we recorded this whole thing, huh?
Oh yeah.
But like, so
Guess
like,
who edits the content?
Dumbest shit you've done.
let me tell you about these guys too. So Diamond Construct. So they were on the tour we did last, and like, you know, and they were cool. You know, again, like, back to what I was saying. Also back to what I was saying was I'm good at 3 things, and this is just one of them, I think. But like, these guys played 2 years ago with us, and they were fine. The guitar player just was very impressive, and since then, this dude is a freak show. He is one of the sickest fucking guitar players I've seen.
Yeah,
like,
I watched some of his playthroughs.
the playthrough thing where he has the guitar pedals up on a stand and he's like punching them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this kid, dude. I
like a
love
modern
him.
Wes Borland.
Yes, dude. And that's what I'm talking about. And so in those 2 years of them touring with us and now touring with us again, like, they innovated and he got better, and the band is fucking awesome, and they're so cool and respectful because they're learning that from being on tour, and like, you know, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And like, so to me, the passing the torch to these next generation bands is extremely important. You know, even having like our Euro tours, Alpha Wolf, like, we should have toured with those guys forever, and like, it didn't work out. I'm glad they got to do our final tour.
Last 2 tours, the last 2, like, the supports we have are just like direct supports. It's just, couldn't be happier. I love both Orthodox and Alpha Wolf. Like, I legitimately listen to Alpha Wolf's records like weekly, if not daily, depending on what I'm doing. Yeah, they're great.
Dude, they are so Australian. It's so great.
Oh man, they're gonna hate me because I can't. Like, if I hear Australians, like, I'm just like, fucking. Yeah, I just talk.
That's how we put them in Australia, because we say fucking heaps more.
Yeah,
Fuck, you do alright?
yeah. What am I saying? Oh, the fucking heaps normal. Wow, I got a fucking thing. A heaps normal. I'll annoy the fuck out of them. At the end of the tour, they're gonna be like, "Oh, thanks for having us," and they're like, "Thank God."
Never
We're not that
again.
guy. Holy shit, because I just can't stop. If I hear Australian shit, I just don't stop.
Everything is hand sanny and
Yeah,
fucking.
get a fucking hand sandy there. You fuck. Like, you
Gotta catch a train out.
Like, the word
What?
cunt, to me, like, saying that is so insane. And like, so they're
It's
like,
still, we don't say it on the channel. We've only ever had
We
it
let
on.
our guests.
Yeah, guests can say it.
oh,
We don't say it.
I hate the word. We're breaking up. Whatever. It's fine. It's
You
fine.
You have
break
to
it
now.
up.
I mean, you can't get cancer from a cunt. They literally say it. Like,
Yeah,
they're
it's-
fuck cunt.
It's part of the vernacular over here.
It's
It's not
just
mine.
so fucking funny.
It's so abrupt.
This is your last chance to say it in Australia on camera.
Oh, I can't breathe. Get a fucking heaps normal cunt. You
Way to
fucking
get
live legend.
demonetized. Thanks, man.
Yeah, just
That far in,
cut
it'll be
that.
fine.
You guys make your money. But anyway, passing the torch to new bands. Graphic Nature's on that. Calva Louise is on that too. Like, pass the torch. Put over new wrestlers. Like, that's important.
You have a unique position in the band. The fact that you're like, well, I guess Craig does too. Directly working still with artists and helping them grow. And obviously Craig with the podcast has like. a huge
Well, we all
platform.
will. I mean, he does music videos. He has a studio too.
Yeah.
Like, so we're still going to be involved in music, you know, like, and for different kind of
Yeah, I was
sectors.
gonna say that's kind
you
of
know?
a cool thing to be able to like. Is that something that you've been able to like connect on in the end of things, of being like, I'm excited to do this side of music now, as opposed to just being like on the road?
I mean,
doing
like,
that?
the whole thing, for this is speaking for myself personally, but like, I have 2 kids. You know, I want to have my family, and then I love my career right now. Like, I'm having so much fun. It's like casting a wider net of creativity, because like a Dying Wish record is not going to come out like a fucking Landmarks record or a Poison the Well record or a Better Lovers record or a Counterparts record. Like, all those are very different bands, and you know, with very different dynamics and images and all this shit. And it's like, so I get to do stuff with one band that I can't with the other, and it's just like, so it's more invigorating for me. Where it's like, with Stray, it's like 10 records, and I'm just like, how long can we keep going? And we probably could have, you know what I mean? But like, do I have the time for that? Do I want to put that time in? Do we all want to put that time in? Like,
Could you please put the time in getting Better Lovers and Poison the Well back here? Thank you.
yes, confirmed the tours. They're both coming soon. Here you go. There's your fucking thing. January, Better Levels will be here for the first time, and then with 2 awesome supports. One fucking. I'm not gonna completely spoil it. Not that they're gonna watch this anyway, and they might, because they're fucking bizarre. But one band's Australian. I'll tell you off camera just because I don't want to ruin it. But they might be pretty small, but they're fucking bizarre. And then Poison the Well is gonna come in June next year. So there you go.
There you go.
Fucking
You do
exclusive
You
cunt.
do have a good list of bands. Like we've covered all of your bands on the channel. What do you look for when you're signing bands, looking to work with? Because you do like tick a lot of our boxes. Sounds sexy.
Very.
Ladies. But what is it? What is it like when you're signing a band? What are you looking for?
I mean, a lot of it is how I get on with them, and if you know.
You gotta believe in them too. Like you said about Dying Wish, you know.
The belief is definitely like, you know, goes without saying. Like Dying Wish, I could see them play one song, and I was like, I just knew, right? With Landmarks too, it was like I knew too, because like I remember we got a tour with them. We toured with them in 2019, and it was with While She Sleeps, and that tour was awesome. That was one of our more important tours for this band, because from there it was
huge.
like we became a headliner afterwards, you know. And I remember we played Roundhouse. Like there's the video with us doing First World with Sam at the Roundhouse was supporting them, and it was like we looked like we headlined the show, you know what I mean? So like that was crazy. So like that tour was amazing, and Landmarks opened, and I remember they were like, "Oh, Landmarks on it," and I was just like, "Fucking the flipped." AV, you know, I was just like, what is this? We shared a bus with them and just hit it off. Like
amazing.
they're
Greatest
really
bunch of
phenomenal
dudes.
We love
guys.
those guys too.
So that's number one, is like, you know, like, cause I care so much, and like I'll fucking go through a wall for the bands that I work for, and like I also want them to do that for me. And those dudes, there's not many people that work harder than Landmarks, for sure. Like they're sick. So we met them in 2019, and they were self-managed at the time, but they killed it on that tour. And then it just got to the point where it was growing and growing, and then, you know, and I was America. No one knew who the fuck they were, like, but I knew because I followed all of them personally, because we were friends, and I could see what they were doing, and I was like, man, it's only a matter of time for this band, because Flo is a fucking unicorn, dude. Yeah. Like that dude is one of the best I've ever seen, and he's one of the best there is.
Oh, it's crazy.
Ever.
Seeing he's like do it like acoustic version of their stuff. I'm like, how?
Rapping, bilingual rapping,
Yes.
screaming high and low, and singing and scream singing. Like there's nothing the guy can do, and he produces it all, and he produces like Pale Face and shit like that. Like the dude is, his best materials ahead of him. But like anyway, so I would be able to see what they were doing, and then it just got to the point where we're starting to get big, and then they knew that I gave a fuck about the band, and they were like, it's like, I think we need help. And I was like, say fucking less, dude. Cause I just knew it. Like I knew that I could wake up every day, like, you know, talking to them and be stoked, and like, and I just knew what they were capable of, and like, and I knew we'd make a good team. So that was one of it, you know. And, you know, even Poison the Well, dude, like I said no to that first. Like that, they called me, a mutual friend called me, because they were like, we want to come back, but we don't know what to do. And then my friend was like, you should call Tom. And then my friend called me, he's like, would you be interested? And I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I hung up, and I literally went, because I was like, I want to just do younger bands like Landmarks, Dying Wish. I like that, you know. And to me, like the older stuff was like Stray and Counterparts and whatever. And then, but I was like, you know, oh, but they're the band, you know. Like that was the first show I ever saw, was Boys in the Well. And I was like, so I texted my friend, I was like, fuck it, let me see if I vibe with them. And I talked with Chris, the drummer, and we talked for 10 minutes. And I was like, that dude's awesome. And like, they're the fucking best, dude. And like at first it was a little like, not hesitant, but they were like, oh, you know, whatever. And then there was just a certain things where I was like I wanted them to go to certain venues where it's like a 2,000 cap. And they're like, we've never done that. Like, we've never done that, which is so crazy to me, because they were like,
the biggest thing in their eyes.
In mind, they were big, but I talked to them about it, and they're like, we were always the bridesmaids and never the bride. Like, they were always supporting Deftones, supporting Rise Against, supporting Thrice. They were never the headliner. So it's like, so I was like,
You Come Before You is still in my top 5 albums of all time.
it's insane, bro.
It's
I mean, it's like, I mean,
unbelievable.
that record, and I mean, the three, you know, Opposite, Tear, and You Come Before You was just like,
Even the reinvention of themselves after that.
So that's the thing with them now, is they made the wrong record at the wrong time, and the records are today are awesome, and they're starting to pick up. Like now they play songs on Versions live, and like people, like I could hear the crowd pop. But you know, so anyway, like I hit it off with them, and like now, like, you know, we're such good fucking friends, and like they're sitting on a record, man. That, like they actually start today. They start today to finish it, and it's like, They needed to go through certain things, but like it took them. Like I'm like, I want you guys to go to the Anaheim House of Blues. It's a 2,000 cap. They're like, you're gonna embarrass us, and I was like, just do it. If I embarrass you, then just literally fire me. Like whatever, who cares? And they did it. They sold it out in a day, and it was just like, you know, from then on they just said, you have the keys, bro. Like just tell us where to go. And I was like, so I love that. But so what I'm looking for is like I want to vibe with them, you know, like I want to love the music, like because I couldn't wake up and work for something just to pay the bills. Like I'm never interested in that. Like, because I want to be creative, not the guy that just like gets the flights and fucking the merch and just like I want to be. I want to be
being involved in all of it.
all of it. You know what I mean? I want to know about the music videos. I want to talk about the fucking artwork. I want to talk about all of it. So it's just like
Yeah, anytime I've directed a music video for a band you manage.
Yeah, we're all
me
over it.
and you were
Yeah.
talking about it first half the time, you know, like the actual idea of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
you guys talk. Did you listen to that new Greyhaven song? We got to talk about that. By the way, I just realized
we
it.
didn't put it on the fucking channel yet.
You better pay them.
I love them.
Yeah, we're just waiting for that invoice to get paid.
Greyhaven's another band, bro. That's just like, you know, they're criminally underrated because they're.
They always have been, though.
They always
Even
have
since
been.
the first tours that we've done with them, I'm like,
They're so
great group
good.
of guys.
Great group of guys.
Great musicians. Great
I didn't know
songs.
them, and Johnny did a classic Johnny where he described them to me and then played a song on the channel.
How'd you
first
describe
time.
them?
Well, the
I
problem
think
is,
I'm kind of like an Every Time I Die adjacent.
They have that, yeah,
the
for sure.
song that we checked out was nothing like
It was
that.
just like Every Time
And I was like, fuck, I can't trust
What
him
song?
with anything.
Do you remember what song it was?
He was in the car. It was a black and white
Candy,
in the car.
yeah. And that's more. That song is more their like Incubus vibe. Like,
Yeah,
kinda
it was
song.
like almost shoegazy at times.
You check out their new shit. So like they're a band that I've been working with for a while. They were like the second band I ever managed.
Here's what I would say: just say that he manages them, and I generally would trust you a bit more. Because not to blow smoke, but like,
No,
I feel like you've got like your finger on the pulse
Yeah, you got
from the new. But in the old, like, when you text me about the Poison the Well thing,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that makes me happy because I'm like, I know that band's in good hands now.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's exciting,
I
right?
appreciate that. And like, again, I'm not always right, but like I know when a band is good, and I know I'm never wrong with that. But sometimes I'm wrong with, does everyone else relate to it? So, and Greyhaven's a perfect example of just like very much like Orthodox, like they just had to go earn it. Very much like Stray, we had to go earn it. I tell them all the time, I see Stray in them because it's like, you know, we got a lot of opportunities because bands liked hanging out with us because we were fun. So like we would get to do all these like cool shit, you know,
Hippos.
like yeah, but like we would get like Architects tour. Like Architects, a big reason why we're successful overseas because, you know, we met them on their first U.S. tour. They're like, let's bring them over, and they brought us over, and we were playing like rooms like this place with them like before they blew up, and like they put us on, and then that's where we met Craig, and like so really we wouldn't have had Craig without Architects, and like, you know, then then they brought us out again as a main support band when they were like, you know, they leveled up to like being a 1,500 kind of.
You got to go into the rooms because you never know who's going to be in it, you know?
Yeah.
Bands, people watching.
So like blue collar shit, dude. We just toured. So like, and that is Greyhaven too. Where it's just like, you know, even Orthodox, everyone had to do that to go show people. But by doing all that work, your band is getting better.
Yeah, and you're also getting the experience of like the shit times build you. They define you. Like it's not.
Life lessons. You know,
Yeah.
you can't teach what we've learned across the years of doing this. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
You
don't get
cannot-
in boats with hippos. I can tell you that now. There's-
But we didn't know that.
You don't need to
we
do
didn't
that
know
to
until
learn
we
it.
did
If you ever think that there's
Don't.
a rough situation, just pull out a
If you're
fucking
going on,
text.
if you're on stage in 10 minutes, don't drop acid. Like we don't find out these lessons.
God,
until
definitely do
after.
that.
Definitely.
It takes a psycho to do this, and like
Yeah.
it takes a certain frame of mind, a certain person, a certain level of what can I take versus what can I not take. You
What
know,
can I give?
It's so funny. Like we broke up like a couple weeks before the record came out, and we went to Europe, and we started in Poland, and our bus was like the worst thing ever, and we were just like, if we didn't break up weeks ago, we would have broke
Yeah,
up
done
today.
now.
100%, we would have
Yeah.
done. And then you know what? If we didn't do that, we would have broke up that day and probably broke up abruptly because it was, and then we probably would have just been done because we're just like, fuck this, dude. Like, because we were just in the worst thing. That said, it had a toilet with a sink, and it really was just like a bucket with like a tank, and like the beds hurt our backs, and like
people
there's
were
no
like,
room.
people would kill to be in your position. I'm like, yes, they would, but I'm 38 and I can't walk.
Yeah, dude, my tailbone.
Or
I'm gonna
let
die.
alone
My
get up
tailbone
there
would hurt in
and
the morning, bro. Like,
get up to do the thing that you know you're coming to see. Like, I want to be good at that thing. I don't want to give you.
You know
Around
what? That
stage.
comes back to what we were talking about with me saying I could take or leave reactions.
it's that shit. It's this, and it's the giving people an insight into like what people think is just like all the like, oh, these guys get to travel the world and play music and have people adore them. That's fucking sick. No, there is a reason that only certain people can do this. And I love the fact that we get to, on a small scale, be a bridge between fans and musicians and show them what it's actually like and how special it actually is to even have this at all.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is what I loved about discovering heavy bands back in the day, was finding out about the bands. The music was sick, but it was like, oh, this is why I love this band, because I can resonate with them as people, I get them, I understand them, and I can see the work that it takes to even give this to me.
Yeah.
The behind the scenes shit is so interesting. You know, obviously when a band is great and, you know, they have fans, like nothing, you can't take that away from them. But the behind the scenes shit, whether it's, you want to talk about like the crew and what goes into the shows and like the travel to get there, what has to be flipped around to make it all work. Like that shit, like people won't see, and they probably won't even understand if you try and break it down to them. But it's a lot. It's a lot mentally, it's a lot physically, and like, yeah.
I think it's cool though, because for me personally, it can make me like a band more than if I just heard the music. If I get an understanding, like we've got bands, I'm like, oh, I fuck with that band now so hard because we spent 20 minutes talking and actually became mates. And now I'm like, well, I need to make them get bigger.
Yeah, and honestly, I was talking to someone that works for one of the bigger bands that we just mentioned before, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, band sounds awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and like before that, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But it's just like, so that stuff is a big thing, and yeah, like the playing and all that is awesome, and we are lucky for it, because that's, you know, you got to be good, which we are, and you got to be lucky, which we were, and like, you know, because there's a lot of bands that are good and not lucky, and there's a lot of bands that aren't good and they get lucky. To me, like we were both, and it's just like, you know, and then it's just people, I know they don't get it, and then here's the thing, like the people that support this industry, like they just love it, and like especially like this hardcore, metalcore, punk, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like it's so diehard, and like you don't know what the other 23 hours of the day are like, and it's not that it's like brutal and like hard work, because here's another thing too, I tell this every day, because when I have tough days at work, which is often, I go, there's people who stack bricks for a living, and like I don't, so shut the fuck up. You know, so but it is hard, because the people that stack bricks for a living get to go home, so like we're, you know, us, we're staying at the fucking, we're staying at a hotel, you know what I mean, like it's just like, which, you know, sometimes it's fun, but like 29 days into it, you know, not as fun, and then it's just like, dude, like there's this fucking story, Landmarks went and supported Imminence in the States a couple months ago, and they missed the first show in Worcester, and they said, we can't make the first show due to visa problems. Like these visa problems, like immigration is just so fucked in America right now. So like it used to be, you get approved, a week later you go for your interview, a week later you get your stamped passports. We get approved, and then we go to set up our interview, and they say, oh, your interview's in 3 months, and we're like, we go to the States in 3 weeks. And like, so we had to go all this shit. I was calling like US senators to like help me and stuff like this. And like to the point where like we were 3 days before the tour started, and we were trying so hard to just get them to have an interview, even though their visas have been approved year after year after year. And then finally, it was I literally, because I called this immigration person, and they're like, oh, you should email your state senator. And I was like, yeah, sure. I should also fucking wish upon a fairy. Like, what the fuck does that mean? And then like we started talking, and at the end she's like, no, call your state senator. So I called 5, two in California, which the company I work at, you know, so I could use California, 2 in Tennessee, which is where I live, and then 1 in Pennsylvania, who was a friend of a friend's aunt was the state senator. So like, and I literally am telling it, this one of the state senators, who is a demon of a person, did help us though, you know. And like, so we went through all this stuff, and like literally, you know, I told them what's going on, and I'm like, how much money is at stake, like, because like we have flights paid for these visas, like the merch company, the trucking company, the bands, like the booking agency, like there's hundreds of thousands at stake. And like, you know, I'm like, we need help. Anyway, so I'm literally on the phone with Paul, and we're talking about canceling the tour, and then I get an email, and it said, all it said was, have the members of Landmarks near their phones. I sent that screenshot to them. 30 minutes later, Paul calls me. He's like, we have an appointment tomorrow. And they said they'll get us our passports the next day. And they're like, we're like, wow. And like, so they then, when we're talking about not doing the tour, had to get a truck down to Marseille to get their gear and bring it to Paris to go to the embassy, and then wait in Paris to go to the embassy to get their fucking things stamped. They were there for 48 hours sitting in the lobby waiting for someone to just come and give them their passports. And then from there had to go to the airport, get on a thing, and go to the States, right? And then it lined up to the point where we did the tour, but we missed Worcester, and then they announced that they're missing Worcester, and I go to the comments, and people were like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And that is what we call a punchline.
God damn you. It was like, it was insane. So it's just all of that just for someone to go, fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Welcome to the internet.
yeah, it's like, it's just crazy. It's just like people don't know and they're not supposed to.
I don't agree. I think it's cool that people can. We've now got like the internet has allowed people to get an understanding. I feel like our audience particularly be like, they'll see the price of a ticket and be like, $150. People be like, do you know how much that costs to put on?
Yeah.
And we talk about that, and now people being like, I'm gonna go to both shows.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
fucking cool.
People do it now. They're like, oh, your hoodie's fucking $100. I'm like, yeah, it's like 60 to make it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and then I also have to take that 40 profit and pay our sound guy and pay the people selling the merch.
And the tax.
fucking- like the taxes too. You
Yeah.
take 38% of it.
Well,
like,
I wanted to go and buy a hoodie, but we've been talking so long, the merch line's fucking huge now. And I'm going to have to...
Gotta pay for these reactions, baby.
We won't hold you. You need some downtime before you play. but
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's so good to have you guys back.
You got the 3 Italians in the band, so
That's
like,
what we
even
really
though I've been
want.
talking profusely, which that's my mom's fault, to pass that down, where it's we just don't shut the fuck up. But like, if it wasn't me, it would be one of them too. Just the
You
Italian
guys are always
shit.
welcome to come ramble.
Yeah. And
Well, I'll never be
honestly,
back. So
Appreciate you guys.
Congratulations on a fucking epic career. We
Hell yeah.
we love you guys.
thank you
and
guys for your support along the
Thank
way,
you.
man.
Stoked to be
Yeah.
a part of, you know,
Fucking heaps norm.
Fucking heaps normal, babe.
C word.
Yeah. See what
Monetization. So,
No, we just don't say it. That's a.
do you not like it?
I don't
Dude,
like
I
it.
say it.
I don't like it
I've
either. I
always
hate it.
disliked it.
Yeah,
I
me
will
too.
use it. He's heard me use it maybe twice when I'm really pissed about something. I don't use it in like a fun way. I use it in like fuck
In a
that.
derogatory. Yeah,
I'm a
where-
tradesman, so I use it all day, every day.
Yeah, because fuck, cunt. You know, what I mean? Yeah, but
Jam
even
my
that-
finger or like get angry, which is often. Fucking C word.
C-bomb.
Always. But like down into fucking hell, I'll say. You know what I mean? Like
All right, go get some rest before
all right. Cheers.